I do miss.
Okay, so audio live.
Oh, wonderful. Also, hi, Declan. I don't know that I've seen you on stream before.
Just as a heads up, we are not in any way discussing anything story or character related as it pertains to Engage. Not happening. No spoilers for anyone involved.
Yeah, both of us are playing it, but neither of us have come even close to clearing yet.
No, I've been stuck on this. I've been on the same chapter literally all day because I just keep doing skirmishes instead of progressing. But I kind of have to because hard mode is absolutely brutal in that game, especially, or at least on a first playthrough. So,
Well, that's why I never go to hard mode until after I've done my first playthrough, so I can enjoy the plot and the story without. Because objectively, I know myself and I know Fire Emblem games, and I know I'm gonna replay the shit out of it. So I haven't been overly concerned with that, at least. But even still, I've been delaying story missions and plot for the sake of grinding maps for resources. Which is how I have baloney.
oh, so as a heads up, because you were talking about the online thing yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I messed around with it a little bit last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's broken at the moment.
How so?
So there's three things for it. There's the single, like the solo version that you can't do until post chapter 11. There's the kind of relay version where you play a few turns and then you hand off control. Somebody else plays a few turns and then they hand off control, and it goes until either the turn limit runs out or the map is beaten. And then there's the uh, design your own map and then fight AI versions of other people's teams one. Uh, there doesn't appear to be any purpose to doing the third one other than just fun. Like, there's not any rewards for it.
Weird.
You don't gain experience, you don't gain, like, bond, you don't gain anything. Doing the relay one, you do get stuff that you can use for that final option that unlocked after chapter 6 in the
The thing that requires the little
yes,
spheres.
yeah,
The
that's where you
elements.
get those. The problem is it's busted at the moment, because there's after you start one, there's two options for continuing it. You can either continue it privately, where it generates you a code, and then you give that code to other people, and then they could go in and pick up where you left off. And then there's public, where you just say, all right, whoever gets to it can carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, even if you select public, it generates you a key, and then it doesn't post it publicly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So public is broken at the moment. I was looking it up earlier, and there was people talking about it on Reddit, so it's not just me. It is actually broken. So whoops.
In other real life news, I own a house now. That's a thing that happened.
That is the thing that happened.
Also, hi, Sarge. So my everything's sore because I've been moving stuff yesterday and today. I moved what I think is probably about a quarter of my D&D and Pathfinder stuff today. And by stuff, I mean exclusively the books. And have almost entirely filled my the built-in bookshelf in my bedroom.
So the fun thing is, right? She was saying yesterday she brought her dog over there and immediately started destroying her house. It was great.
Destroying, I still think, is a strong word.
He knocked a door off of a runner, broke your molding, threw up on your carpet,
That's it. That's
peed
all
on
he
your
did.
tree.
That's outside. He's allowed to do that. And the thing on the runner's already been fixed. I I, for the life of me, can't figure out where that molding was in the first place, so I don't think it's a big deal that he knocked it off. Especially because based off what I've seen on it, it wasn't actually ever affixed to wherever the fuck it was in the first place. Because there's absolutely no indicators on it that it was. So I stand by my statement that it's probably fine.
Also, true story, her house is a health hazard if you're a tall person. It will actually kill tall people. Like,
That's not.
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Our dad literally walked into a ceiling
Because,
trying to go down the stairs.
because he was deliberately trying
that
to.
one, yes. The slanted one, no. He actually just straight up walked into that.
Well, that's because it was on his right.
Like,
For context, our dad is blind in his right eye.
your stairs are actually a health hazard if you're more than, like, I don't know, 5'6".
Again, I repeat, not a problem for me.
Yeah, you're short, but
I'm 5'5", thank you.
don't worry, everyone. I'm just getting the memes, and I'm forgetting how Discord works and how to download stuff.
Bio. Okay, let's be honest. Stairs in general are a health hazard. Yes.
My brain is like scrambled eggs at the moment. I can't think of anything that isn't engage. It's a problem.
Oh my god, it's messing with my brain something fierce. I'm not sure how well I'm gonna do in like speed button mashing combat. Like my brain's just not wired for
like
that
I said,
right
we're
now.
not discussing plot, we're not discussing characters. However, it's a Fire Emblem game, you guys. Like, it's actually Fire Emblem.
Like, we are for sure eventually going to be playing it on stream.
Like, you know how I kept saying, like, oh man, you know, Three Houses is fun and all, but it's not a Fire Emblem game. It's not a Fire Emblem game. This is a fucking Fire Emblem game. They did it. They made another one.
And it's amazing. Celine, best girl. I didn't. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Fram,
you're
Fram
wrong.
is
You're
clearly...
objectively wrong.
No, Fram is great. you have no taste.
No, Celine. So here's the thing, though. I hard identify with Celine because literally all of her support conversations are about tea.
Not all of them, actually. Her ones with her brother are
okay. That's true.
Are her being mad that he's
an idiot.
That he's a himbo. Like, that's just her being angry at himbo.
Which, again...
It's like Lysithia's fucking supports with Shez in this game, where Lysithia is just mad
but
that
see,
you keep
here's
calling
the
her
thing,
a child.
that just further emphasizes why I love Celine so much, is she reminds me so much of me. And like, the way they designed her hair and her general...
What we are discovering here is that Willow simps herself.
Yes. That's not news.
Might be to them.
But see, here's the problem. Inu simps the simps, and that's a problem.
No, I just like Flam. Like, I wasn't big on Monica, but Flam I like immediately.
I hate her. Everything about her drives me insane. And every support of hers I've seen, I'm just like, nope, no. Like, let me put this in context for you.
She's got a really good one with Chloe, actually.
Remember how I was saying I wasn't actually leveling Villager Boy because he came in at level 1? I got so sick of Fram, whatever her name is, that I literally went out of my way to safeguard his ass to get him caught up to the rest of the group in levels so that I wouldn't have to deal with her anymore.
Why not just use, Micaiah girl? Problem solved. She can staff.
She can, and actually, she is amazing. And I do use her for staff. And actually, once you class change Saline to...
Unless you go the other one. Unless you go the one where she has, like, more damage.
Nah, I took her the staff route. I might send her the other route at some point just for the experience and for some of the other abilities. But I had her go the staff route, and she's also excellent with staffs. The fun thing about using the Mickey Sue Engage Ring is that it adds
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you there because spoilers. I mean, everybody knows she's in the game because she was in the trailers and stuff, but the particulars are, you know, protected information at the moment.
I will say she's one of my favorite Engage Rings I've gotten so far.
She's... What I really love, without going into specifics, is she basically has a button that is an instant level up button. I don't know if you've noticed this.
No?
So you know how all the Engage Rings have like the ultimate ability?
Yeah.
Hers, the one on that ring, is basically an instant level up button.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like I've not ever pressed it once and not leveled up. Like it's pretty insane.
I mean, most of the Engage unique abilities seem to be pretty powerful and
Yes, but
and give
no-
decent EXP spikes.
But none of them are just like, here's a level every time you press it. Like that seems to be unique.
You're aware I'm now going to have to fiddle with this when I get home instead of going to sleep.
Yep. Welcome to my hell. Alright, up first, on pace for the Death Flag % world record. Just maximize that so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So, a huge opera house, right in the middle of the Imperial capital, huh? I've been all over Fodlan because of my old job, but I can't even imagine what that must have been like since we typically only visited smaller villages and the like, and not the bigger places like Enbar or Ferdiad. Yeah, it really was quite the spectacle. Shows that took place in Enbar were likely hundreds of times flashier than the village festivals you may have seen during your travels. Every moment was conveyed by elaborate music to underscore the drama. Mages would give extra flair to the performance by using their magic to produce beautiful displays of lights, and at the center of it all was the ensemble's most important player, the diva. Huh, that sounds pretty incredible. Those divas really must have been pretty amazing if they still managed to be the center of attention despite everything they were competing with. I bet they probably even got stage names and everything if they were that important. Hey, you used to be one of those divas before you enrolled at Garreg Mach, right? Does that mean you had a stage name? But of course, they used to call me the Mystical Songstress back when I was part of the opera company. Oh, nice. Guess you've always had a kind of mysterious aura following you wherever you go, so it sounds pretty fitting to me. Thanks for the compliment, but if I'm being honest, I have some mixed feelings about the name. Yeah? Why's that? Because the reason they gave me that name in the first place was that they couldn't believe how quickly a street orphan like me debuted after I was discovered. Oh, that's, sorry, I guess I shouldn't have brought it up. It's alright, Shez, you couldn't have known. Well, I guess you must be pretty talented if you rose up to be a diva from where you started, so do you think you could maybe sing something for me so I can hear what that kind of music is like, if it's alright with you, I mean? Well, since you asked so nicely, I guess I can just this once.
I'm not making you read all the lyrics of that song.
Thank you, Bio. So, what did you think, Shez? It was, yeah. Well, that's not really the reaction I was expecting. I take it you didn't really like it then? Well, to be honest, I don't really get it, no. Sorry. Well, I guess it's understandable. It does tend to sound better when there's actually music to go along with it, so I can see why you might not have enjoyed it all that much. Look, I don't want to sound rude, Dorothea, but I just don't think that kind of music is my thing. Stuff like those funny little songs Annie likes to come up with are more what I usually tend to like, so you're kind of singing just doesn't sound very good to me. Shez, you suddenly went quiet. Is everything alright? Huh. Hey, Dorothea, does it suddenly feel really cold in here to you? No, I can't say it does. Why do you ask? Well, it's just... for a second there, I felt a really strong chill run down my spine for some reason. Well, maybe it was just one of those feelings, you know, like how you can sometimes tell when someone is thinking about you from somewhere else. Based on how intense that felt just now, I really hope that isn't the case. You made the mistake of disparaging Violet's wife. That was unwise, Chez. Unwise.
Unfortunately, as I recall, that's most of Shez's reports with Dorothea.
Rediscovering old habits. This thing is in horrible shape. Did somebody try using it to chop firewood or something? Honestly, is it really that much to ask for people to just treat their equipment with even a small amount of care? Excuse me, but what is it that you're doing with that equipment? Oh, hey, Dedue. Sorry, I don't have much else to do right now, so I figured I'd see what I can do to repair some of the gear before our next battle. I see. Why are you glaring at me like that? Should I have not taken the weapons out of the armory or something? You have His Majesty's trust. I will not lay a hand on you for this. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? It almost sounds like you don't trust me. That is not an inaccurate way to put it. You actually don't trust me. Even though I've been with you all for more than 2 years now? My apologies. It is difficult for me to assess your intentions at times when we all know so little of your background. Yeah, sorry, it's just not something that's ever really come up. You know you can just ask if you want to know more about me, right? I admit that I truthfully never thought of that. It's fine to do. I mean, most people don't tend to just ask someone for their life story out of the blue. So I can understand how it'd slip your mind when you always have your hands full looking after Dimitri. You have my thanks for understanding my position, Shez. It's no big deal. Say, what did you come over to see what why did you come over to see what I was doing anyway? Well, recently it seems there has been some maintenance supplies reported stolen from the armory. Someone has been taking maintenance supplies from the armory? Indeed, our supply of maintenance oil has gotten quite low because of it. So I thought that perhaps you might have been responsible when I saw you here with this gear. Would you happen to have an idea of who could be responsible? Nope. I definitely don't have any idea who it could be. It was several nights ago. I could have sworn this was where I was meant to be kept. So I wonder where it has been moved to. Huh? Hey, is someone in here? Flayn, what are you doing in the armory so late in the day? Oh, hello to you, Shez. I was... Something wrong? You usually seem more sure of your words than this. I am sure it is simply... your... very well. If I am to be entirely truthful with you about my intentions for being here, I do not understand why, but ever since the mission we took part in some time ago to put a stop to Ash's father, I have had a most unusual craving for maintenance oil. So I was simply attempting to locate some. A craving for... Oh, is that just your way of saying that you've been wanting to help with maintaining all the equipment now that you're helping us in battle? Yes, that is most certainly what I had meant by that statement. Huh. Well, sorry to say, but I'm not really sure where it got put last time it was used. Sometimes people just leave it lying wherever when they're done with it, so it could honestly be anywhere in the camp right now. I see. Very well then. I suppose I shall be on my way if that is the case. If you would be most kind, I would appreciate if you would refrain from informing anyone of my presence here. Why exactly? I don't really get why you trying to help out as something to keep a secret. Because my brother would be most cross if he were to learn I was around so many sharpened weapons. Yes. Okay, sure thing, I guess.
So Bio says, so the second one wasn't actually one I had originally planned on doing, but because of a joke I wrote into one of the later images, I ended up making this whole thing just to set it up. He also adds, Flame may be a bad liar, but fortunately for her, Shez is also pretty stupid.
Shez is kind of an idiot. Sometimes violence really isn't the answer. Darn it, what did I do to deserve this? If it was just Edelgard dragging me out of my room again, then that would be one thing, but why did she also have to send me out here, too? She already has that Death Knight guy and those mercenaries covering this battle, so why do I even have to be here? And what am I even supposed to do if I run into anyone? Edelgard suddenly decided to make me switch to this weird class I haven't been in before, so I don't even have any of the equipment I'm used to either. Maybe no one would notice if I just sneak away to hide for a... Freeze! Don't move! Please don't hurt me! Bernadetta, is that you? Do I know you? Oh, yeah, well, I guess you spent all your time in your room back then, so you never actually met me face to face. I'm Shez. I was part of the Blue Lions before the Officers Academy closed. Shez, wait a second. You're the one that beat up Dorothea and took her prisoner. Right. I definitely deserve that, yeah. Oh no. Are you gonna do that to me next? Oh, I knew getting sent out here wasn't gonna go well for me. I'd rather not do that, if I'm being honest. I still feel bad enough about what we did to Dorothea before. She isn't actually a prisoner, just to be clear. And she's also doing much better now than she was after, you know. She's okay? Yeah, we had our best and only medical officer to take care of her once we got back to our base, so she's back on her feet again now. Well, that's a big relief to hear. Bernadetta, can I ask you something? And before you ask, no, I'm not gonna hurt you if you don't let me. Alright, I guess. Do you even want to be here with Edelgard's troops? Not really, no. Most of the others don't even remember I'm around a lot of the time, and some of them, like Hubert, I mean, can't help but insult me anytime he has to go to my room to relay Edelgard's orders. About the only person who actually cared that I was around was Dorothea, but now she's, you know... Wow, that's, in that case, I think I have another question for you, if that's alright. Okay. Do you want to come along with us? Huh? You honestly don't seem like you enjoy being with Edelgard's group all that much, and you certainly don't seem like you enjoy being out here fighting like this for them either. So, if it's fine with you, can we please skip the part where me and the others have no choice but to fight you and just have you come along with us instead? You really want someone like me around? Are you sure? Of course, and I'm sure Dorothea would be glad to see you again too, so what do you say, Bernadetta? Okay, Shez, I'll come with you and join your group, and just Bernie is fine. What my friends call me. Except for Dorothea, who just calls her Bern.
The bio says, so this third one was originally meant to just be a couple of panels at the start of the next image, but I kind of got more than a bit carried away while writing it. If it's not obvious, I still very much disagree with the game having made us beat the hell out of Dorothea twice, and wanted to at least not put Bernie through that shit since she doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. When you fuck around for long enough... well, I don't want you helping with the... oh, so... well, couldn't see that up at the top. It was hiding. So, what do I do now? Well, I don't want you helping with the fight, since the others might still think you're an enemy until we can explain the situation. So, for now, how would you find somewhere safe to... Bernie, get down, now! Huh? What are you... Get the fuck away from Bernie, you bastard! You know her, Bernie? No, I've never even met her before. I just know that her mercenary group was hired by... Bernie, get out of here! Get out of here already. We're not letting this asshole get you, too. Running away now. Just what the hell is your problem with me anyway? Everything! Care to be a bit more specific? You hurt someone you should have never touched. Now do us a favor and die already! There you go with that us and we routine again. But unfortunately for you, I've seen this dance before, and I'm not gonna let it work on me again. Yeah! Remember when you asked me about the weird glowing before? Well, guess what? I can turn it on and off. It's sad that you think powering up is actually gonna help you here. Sure as hell helped me get rid of your sword, didn't it? From where I'm standing, I don't see what you're gonna be doing without it. That thing? I never needed that to handle you. Now if you're done, I made a promise a few weeks ago and I intend to see it through. Oh yeah? And what's that? Cave your fucking skull in with my bare hands for what you did to her! And gut punch. I learned that one from Punch Lady, asshole! Literally. Not the best choice for last words. How about you try that again before I finally tear your head off? If you insist. Unless you want your last words to be pathetic mumbling, speak up! You entered my sword range. Oh. Now hurry up and die already so I can grab Bernie and get out of here. Oh, enough! JPEG is pissed.
Yup. Okay, so let's see. And then there's these things. Both halves of this one went through at least 3 revisions each after I'd finished putting them together, says Bio.
You're bound to find out what happens. Hey, what happened to her? She was just here a second ago. What? Why am I... How did this... You! What? How the hell did you get behind me? Almost like you teleported or something. No, teleporting things is what Flame does. What I do is actually something else entirely. How does she know that Flame... Wait, things seems different about her all of a sudden. The way her voice sounds feels off. And is she glow... She did it again?! You were lucky before, since she only ever half paid attention back when Rhea was teaching things to her. But unfortunately for you, you're dealing with me now. I have no idea what the hell is going on here, or why she suddenly brought up Lady Rhea like that, but I should be fine as long as I keep my guard up. I still have the upper hand since she doesn't have any... And I'm the one who pays attention for her. Weapons. Crap. You've taken too much from us in the last 2 years. Caused us too much pain. So I'm not letting you take any more of our family away. Family? Wasn't it students that she kept going on about last... What the hell? Why is my everything suddenly in pain? And did she hit my eye again? But you weren't content with just taking our family away. No, you hurt them as well. You hurt her. You even convinced them that we were going to hurt them. And now you even tried to kill my best friend too. Well, I've had enough of being forced to just watch from the sidelines as you try and take away everything that we care about. You... you somehow made more sense back when you were just trying to stab me. This is for our students. Huh? She's back to students again now? What's going on with her eyes? The hell are you doing, JPEG? That was... what? Is it safe to come out now? I think I might be stuck. To be honest, I have no idea if it's safe or not. But since I'm not really fit to help you out of that thing right now, looks like we'll just have to wait a bit until someone comes to get us out of here. Hopefully before this monster wakes up again. Yeah, I think I'd really appreciate that at this point. This is too much for me to deal with in one day. Yeah, you and me both, Bernie.
Let's see. Bio says... I don't know how obvious it would be, but it's fucking difficult to properly convey this amount of action with what I have to work with. Throughout the whole week, there are things that would suddenly make me go, fuck, I should have done that differently, and go back and redo certain aspects for both of these. Such as rewording some of the bits of dialogue, or changing certain fonts, or making it so Violet's eyes were glowing green to better get across that JPEG was controlling her body. There was just a lot.
Yeah. Never hurts to have a plan B. There we are. This should hold you over until we get back to camp. It will likely take me at least a week of proper sessions before my healing spells can properly fix all of the damage. So please take things easy until then, alright, Chaz? You don't need to tell me twice. Thanks, Mercy. Oh, you don't have to thank me. I'm just relieved I was so nearby at the time to start treating you after that fight you had, or things could have been much worse. Why does that Ashen Demon always target you like this whenever they're around and not any of us? Oh, I wish I knew the answer to that myself. Anyways, could you do me a favor and please check on Bernie for me? I don't think she was hurt during that mess, but she could really use someone like you to talk with right now. I believe that would be a good idea. I feel so terrible for her that this was her first experience after choosing to join us. The poor thing looked like she was scared out of her mind when I found her hiding in that barrel next to you. Well, that certainly could have gone better, don't you think? Arval, I have a black eye again. I'm covered in fish-shaped bruises. I need a new set of swords now. Bernie is terrified. I probably have a concussion, and I'm pretty sure I have a broken rib or two. Or 4. From that first sucker punch. I'm really not in the mood for you to act like a jackass right now. Still, even with how poorly that went, it did get me thinking. You thinking? Now this should be good. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Anyways, she might have screwed me up pretty badly out there, but at the end of the day, the Ashen Demon is still just a merc, right? And what does that obvious bit of trivia have to do with us having to kill her? Well, it's just that, what if we didn't do that? Oh, great. So now you're telling me that not only is the person I'm stuck to a moron, but they're also a coward who runs off after just the tiniest little near-fatal thrashing. No, Arval, what I'm saying is that if they're just a mercenary, then it's entirely possible we could just hire her to work for us instead. then we wouldn't even have to worry about killing her. And we also wouldn't have to worry about her killing our own troops either. I honestly can't believe I'm hearing this right now. They killed your entire mercenary company, remember? You know, your friends. So, kinda just happens sometimes when you decide to be a merc. I don't really see why people keep trying to make such a big deal out of it for me. Seriously, who even thinks like that? And where the hell did your drive go? I thought the entire plan was to get you strong enough so that you could eventually kill them to get revenge. Where did all this stupid nonsense about working with that monster even come from? Well, the thought actually came from an idea that Dimitri had before the battle began. Oh, well that explains it. That walking time bomb always comes up with the worst ideas. Hey, quit it with the insults at Dimitri, got it? Anyways, earlier he had the idea of potentially outbidding the Empire to hire the Ashen Demon's Merc Company to fight for us, and then was strangely insistent that we should try going through with it. Even he wasn't sure why he was pressing the point so much that we should hire her, but I honestly think he may actually be onto something. What a terrible idea. I mean, really, who would actually consider hiring that psycho? Plus, in case you haven't noticed, they also kind of hate you with a burning passion for whatever reason. We'll be much better off if you just shake off that cowardice you're developing and keep getting stronger so we can take her out the right way. Arval, you're just being difficult about this because you're mad you haven't been able to annoy me with your constant beeping ever since Mercy started supporting me in battle, aren't you? I have no idea what you mean by that. Right, you definitely have no idea. Just like how Flame definitely isn't the one who's been stealing maintenance oil from the armory at night for some reason.
And then in quiet, tiny font in the corner, God fucking damn it, not this shit again.
Yep.
Okay, so bio commentary on this one. By the way, just for the record, I don't trust a goddamn thing that comes out of Arval's mouth. I am thoroughly convinced that he doesn't actually give two shits about killing Byleth, but has been so weirdly insistent towards Shez that it is the only way to deal with her just because he knows JPEG is in there, and that's who he's actually trying to kill.
That is certainly a theory.
Okay, nope, wrong channel.
Wrong channel. So... No, that's... It doesn't spoil anything, but at the same time, it's far too spoilery.
Yeah. Although it's... from the opening cinematic, though.
No, it's nothing to do with that, actually. Anyway, I think we were planning to do some
more of the supports. Yes.
And such. So, Records Hall.
Bio, where did we leave off on supports last time?
We finished Shez, except for we didn't do...
We didn't do Bernie, because we hadn't recruited her yet.
That's correct. And we hadn't done... I also missed doing... Oh, no, I didn't miss doing Happy. She didn't have a C support. So that's it. We finished Shez. But we need to do Bernie. Wherever Bernie is.
Oh, Bio said so much for that last image I made then.
Oh, wait. Was there another one? I thought I'd gotten through all... Nope, you're right. There's one more. I am just blind as hell.
Bio says because you didn't actually do the last one.
Yeah, so I didn't. I think my bar might have been slightly scrolled down in the file explorer, so it looked like the one at the top. But yeah, looking back at Discord, absolutely.
Not my fault, Bio. I don't actually look at the files that he downloads because I like to be surprised by the memes.
I mean, I only look at them insofar as I need to download them.
So when Inu says we're done with memes, I just assume he's correct and that we're done with memes. He's getting the meme classroom set back up so that we can do the last one.
Yep. Grabbing it. Yep, there it is. A rare opportunity finally presented itself. That's the one. Oh, great. How long has it been since the last time I was in this place? JPEG, why the hell did you drag me here again? And more importantly, what the fuck do you think you were doing with that stunt you pulled out there? I'm sorry. Really? That's it? You literally steal my body and the best you can manage is sorry? I honestly didn't mean for that to happen. I got so angry at that thief for taking away even more of our family, and even more angry at myself because there wasn't anything I could do to stop her from almost killing you. And with those weird powers she has, I didn't know if I could even use my resets to bring you back if she did. So before I realized that I was just in control somehow. I'm really sorry, Violet. I'm not even sure how I did it in the first place, but even if it was an accident, it was still over the line, and you have every right to be mad at me for it. For as pissed off as I've been about all the shit we've had to deal with because of that bastard, since I'm the one who does all the fighting for us, I forget sometimes that you've also been every bit as upset about all of this as I have. So even if I'm not happy about what you did back there, I understand how it feels to be helpless to stop someone from taking away people you care about. So it's okay, JPEG. Are you sure? What I did was... I am, yeah. Nobody would be... I shouldn't be angry at you over it when you were just trying to help, especially when it only happened by accident. I'm sorry you had to talk like this. I know it's never easy for you to be open like that. Thank you, Violet. Oh, don't mention it. So, think you can get us out of here now? My dad is probably gonna start worrying if I'm unconscious for too long. Yeah, I'll have us both awake again in a bit. Then we can figure out what to do about that thief next. Come on, Violet, you have to wake up already. Hey there, sweetie. Good to see you awake again. Here, let me help you get up. What time is it? I think it's been about 5 hours now since you went down. What happened out there? It's a long story, but basically, now I know I have to punch that bastard twice as hard for both me and JPEG next time. Dad, the hell is Eloise doing here? Hello there, Violet. You do not call me that! Alright then. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've actually known your father for many years, so I decided to come along with you both. Though I have to ask, how do you already know my name, and has your hair always been such a strange shade of green? It almost reminds me of Lady Rhea's. The fuck do you mean my hair is green? It's blue, goddammit! Blue! Sorry about that, sweetie. Ever since we found you unconscious on the battlefield earlier, you've kind of been covered in a strange green glow. It does kind of give your hair and eyes a greenish tint from certain angles, like Eloise mentioned. Captain, does she usually twitch in silence like that? Oh, great. I'd cover your ears if I were you, Eloise. What exactly do you mean by... God fucking damn it, not this shit again! What's with all the... Oh no, again? Yeah, again! Why the fuck am I glowing again, JPEG? And why do you still have your body even when I'm glowing now? I do? I honestly have no idea. Just see if you can find out a way to turn off this glowing bullshit this time, alright? If that bastard could figure it out, then there has to be a way for us to do it too. I'll try, but I can't make any promises that I can figure this out. Captain, your daughter is Is your daughter trying to speak to one of us? I can't hear her for some reason. There was a reason I warned you to cover your ears. What?
Okay, so let's see. What does bio say here? So, I genuinely wanted to give these two a scene like this ever since way back when I wrote the one from after Gerald died. But because JPEG was supposed to be dead for the latter half of Three Houses, the game never really put the two in this type of situation after that point. And since whatever the fuck scene this game gave us that didn't make any sense obviously wasn't a thing that actually happened, I tossed that shit and did what I wanted instead.
Yeah, that was not canon.
And this also gives us a time frame for just how long it took to unfuck enough of the damage Shez took that she wouldn't just die because of it.
Alright. Just double check. Yeah, okay, that was the last one this time. I'm not being bamboozled by Windows again.
Well, Bio would have yelled again.
Yeah, inevitably, but still. Okay. Bernie. C support.
Yeah, and watch your back out there, okay?
What?
You love
Excuse me, hold on. Not canon. There we go, that's better. The fuck was that guy?
And
Why
watch
did he
your
look
back
so
out there,
stupid
okay?
and non-canon, right?
you loud and clear, boss. Sure glad I got you in my corner.
Now then, just gotta... Oh. What are you hiding back there for, Bernadetta?
Who was that guy you were just talking to?
That? Just a merc buddy of mine, asking if I had any jobs for him.
Oh, he was a mercenary? But he looked like a bandit!
Hey, come on now. You shouldn't assume the guy's a common criminal just because he looks rough around the edges.
Yeah, that's racist. Against bandits.
What about the
probably.
way he talked? Oh, so scary!
You'd sound like that too if you'd been a merc your whole life. Most of these guys didn't have a mom teaching them how to sound nice and proper like I did.
I see. I guess I don't really know you that well, but are all your friends like that? Is that too nosy? That's really nosy, huh?
We are playing Shez as a
I
good
miss
person.
Violet at times like this.
Yes.
I mean, not all of them. But now that I think about it, it's kind of impossible to avoid in that line of work. Guess that means you won't be signing up for merc jobs anytime soon, huh?
Obviously not! No way, not happening! Even if I wasn't as shy as I am, I'd never be able to handle all those scary people at once!
That sounds like your anxiety talking. You'd see there's nothing to be afraid of if you just gave them a fair shot. And hey, isn't basing your opinion of strangers on their appearance just gonna make you feel worse?
Well, what else am I supposed to base my opinion on?
Just spend some time with them. If you ask me, the best place to judge someone's character is either on the battlefield or over the dinner table.
I already told you I can't! Not me! Nope! Please, I need you to understand!
I get it, Bernadetta. I do. But let me ask you this. Is his appearance the only thing that's making you distrust him? There are plenty of guys out there who look just like that but have a heart of solid gold. Nicest folks you'll ever meet. By the same token, there are some real horrible people who cover it up with niceties and honeyed words. The kind of people who prey on others. My point is, judging a book by its cover will only get you in trouble. Trust me, you can't always tell who's good and who's bad from looks alone.
Just look at the Ashen Demon.
Why did you
She's
try to
pretty, but she
scare
keeps
me?
trying to murder me for no reason.
Ironheart of Bernie. Not today, not ever. Well, probably. Maybe. I'll be fine, I swear.
Okay. Oh, not Edelgard. We did Shez and Dimitri's already. So... Mercy? Just Mercy. Okay. Yeah, Dimitri's a nice short list. It's just Mercy.
Yep.
His B list is gonna be a nightmare, but...
Well,
Ah, Mercedes. Did you go out?
Yes, I went to the town of Camulus to help the church.
I see. And how did you find it?
The townspeople seemed fine enough, but the clergy were very busy. As you know, lots of people fled to Fargus when the war started. And while a number of towns took in refugees, Camulus is particularly busy on that front.
In that case, I should send reinforcements and resources from the capital. I will speak with Lady Rhea about this presently.
Thank you, Dimitri. I'm sure the clergy will be pleased to hear it. I'm incredibly grateful to you for coming to the church's aid, you know. Most of those people would have ended up homeless if not for your actions.
As I recall, you fled from the Empire yourself at a rather young age.
Yes, and it was awful. We had nothing to eat and nowhere to shelter from the wind and rain.
Aww.
If not for the priest who helped us, I don't know what would have happened. Are you all right, Dimitri? You seem sad.
My apologies, Mercedes. But may I speak plainly?
You don't need my permission to do that, silly. What's troubling you?
I have been wondering for some time if accepting the Central Church was the correct decision. By giving them shelter, I have also given the Empire the perfect excuse for invasion.
You took them in because you thought it was the right thing to do. Isn't that so?
Yes. The Church of Seros is deeply entwined with the kingdom's history and politics. The Crown's authority is granted by the Church, which also takes part in governing our villages. Were I to sunder that connection, nobles and commoners alike would be furious. The kingdom would be split anew, and chaos would reign.
That is a tough one. It seems like you're going to end up with a fight no matter what you do. Well, at the very least, I know the townspeople are grateful. But I also know it's not as simple as all that. I'm sorry. That probably didn't do much to help ease your concerns.
No. I should apologize for making you listen as I prattle on endlessly.
Oh, nonsense. If it helped you in any way, I'm glad to do it.
Well, I certainly do feel better. Thank you, Mercedes. And please know that I am here for you for whatever reason, no matter how small.
Nod. We had nothing to eat or anywhere to shelter us from the rain. We? Oh, I just meant me and my brother. You have a... We don't talk about my brother.
yep.
Yeah, so like, how did Mercy end up in the Blue Lions in the first place? Like, we are told that the sorting for the school is based on country of origin. She's Imperial. She's from the Empire. How did she not end up in Black Eagles?
Her family's taking refuge in the kingdom.
I mean, be that as it may, if they're doing it on country of origin, she should have been in the Black Eagles. It's sort of a weird inconsistency. I mean, Shez is also a huge inconsistency as far as this game is concerned, but even if we just look at the, at three houses, it's weird that she's like this outlier. I mean, I guess Dedue isn't from Fodlan at all, but...
And technically neither is Petra.
Petra, yeah, that's true. They could have just been Ashen Wolves. Like, they came in with like a false birth certificate, and then the church found out and banished them down to, the whatever the hell they call that place.
Bio says, I mean, Shez was in the Blue Lions, so I think Raya just doesn't actually care so long as if someone actually asks to be in a different house. Plus, let's not forget all of the students we stole.
I mean, yes, but they were in the appropriate houses at first. We just, processed their class change forms. So, are we postulating that the Blue Lions is just Gryffindor then? Where that's the fan theory, isn't it? That the only people that get in Gryffindor are the people that ask to be put in Gryffindor?
I mean, yeah, that is one of the fan theories.
That like nobody gets in Gryffindor unless they ask to be.
Although, I don't think Hermione would have asked to be in Gryffindor. Like, just based off the way she was characterized,
yeah,
especially in the early books,
yeah,
she'd have asked for Ravenclaw.
Yeah, but how do you explain the fact that she ended up there? Because she, based on what we know of the Sorting Hat criteria, she should have been in Ravenclaw. So, the only way that... she's actually the strongest case for that justification. Because there's no way she should have been in Gryffindor. It doesn't track.
I mean, really, J.K. Rowling herself has admitted, among her many Hermione-related admissions, yes, I know, but she is still the author, horrible human being or not, that Hermione probably should have been in Ravenclaw. It just would have been inconvenient for the purposes of actually, writing the books if they constantly had to go to Ravenclaw Tower to get Hermione.
Don't have you... Okay. So we've got Bernie and Happy's C support. We can do that.
Looks like there's lots of bugs around here. Go on and eat a bunch and grow nice and big plants.
Hey, Bernie B. Doing a little garden care?
Oh, Happy.
Huh? Oh, yes. Do you need something, Happy? Oh, wait. Are you here to finish me off and turn me into fertilizer? No! I'm completely devoid of nutritional content. I'm basically just air.
No, but if you want to be fertilizer that badly, I'm certain it could be arranged. I just wanted to mention how I'm surprised to find carnivorous plants growing here. I was curious who was taking care of them, and now I seem to have found my answer.
Bernie, you're just planting fly traps around the camp
Plants are
now.
my
Yes.
favorites.
Yes, she is.
And mine as well. I had no idea we were such kindred spirits.
That's so great! I never thought I'd find another carnivorous plant lover in all of Fodlan. Yay!
You really don't need to yell like that. So, which one do you like best, Bernie B? There's a lot to consider after all. The aroma, the texture, the way you prepare it.
Oh yeah, Some smell nice, and some are just soft as all get out.
Bernie, I don't think you've understood
But the way they're prepared? Like how you take care of them? I suppose there's a lot of variance there, too.
Indeed. So of the ones here, which is your favorite?
Maybe this one. The one that looks like a jug.
These are my favorites. Oh, really? That's
like that
pretty.
one as
I just
well.
love how they can
Smells
sit here
divine.
lazily all day while having food just show
And
up for them to
the
eat.
experience really changes depending on what kind of berries you stuff it with.
Can't say I've ever thought to stuff it full of berries, but I definitely see how that would change things. Oh, but I also like this one here with the leaves that act like a mouth. They're so teensy and cute, and they blossom with white flowers. I could just stare at them all day.
Interesting. I always pick them before the flowers can bloom, so I didn't know that. Aren't the buds wonderful? Of course, wrapping with leaves is great too.
Yeah, the buds are unusual. I love them, and it's fun watching the leaves move. I'm happy you like watching them as much as me.
Watching.
Huh?
In any case, now we know we like the same ones. We should have a bite together next chance we get. Anyway, I have to be off. See ya!
Yep, next time we'll go out together and, get something to eat? I guess that sounds nice.
Bio, how do either of these two not realize they're having entirely different conversations?
Oh, you know, talent. Dorothea. Nope, nothing to do with
She
Dorothea.
has a C with Flame.
Oh, does she? Is that a C? Oh, yeah, it is.
Dorothea! Dorothea!
Hello, Flame. What's got you in such a frenzy?
Is it true that you were a diva in Enbar? And that you were praised as having a mystical voice?
To be fair, Bio, the other one was at the top of the
I
list,
hope
not
I'm
at the
more
bottom.
than just my voice, but that's all essentially true, yes.
Got it sorted by most recent.
Then
so
I
that-
would beg a boon of you. Would you give me a singing lesson?
Of course. But where is this coming from?
Well, you see, sometimes the soldiers all break out into song. And when they do, I always find myself wanting to join in. Their voices hold such grand aplomb. But the only songs I know are dreadfully old.
like thousands of years old.
So, I had hoped that you might instruct me as to the popular songs of modern soldiers.
Is that so? Well, I'd be more than happy to help. In recent years, a new musical style has come into fashion.
Wow, she has a
One
good job.
involving
She's
challenging
running around
songs
telling
with
everyone about how
many
Dorothy is sang
overlapping
for you and
parts.
how everyone's bothering her over it.
Why don't we start with a little vocal warm-up? Repeat after me.
Certainly, Professor Dorothea.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. My, I feel as if I have become quite good at singing. The power of song is certainly remarkable. It is as if I have been revitalized from the very core of my being.
I agree. Songs can be very empowering indeed. In fact, I recently heard an old tale about how a song once ended a war.
Truly? I have never heard this tale. Would you mind regaling me with it?
Sadly, I don't know much more beyond that. I'll do some digging, but the person I heard it from wasn't too familiar with the story. Try not to get your hopes up, okay?
Translation, you heard about it from
Oh,
Manuela
I
and she
see.
was drunk.
Perhaps my brother might. Oh, it is nothing. Since you will be looking into it, I shall do a bit of digging as well.
Just repeat
If
after
I learn
me.
anything, I
Very
will
well,
be certain
Professor
to tell you.
Dorothea. Professor... What's the matter, Dorothea? Nothing. I just felt kind of sad for a moment. I'm sure it's nothing. Petra.
To do.
To do, not Constance. You know what it is that's throwing me off on these? It's that huge gap to the left between the name and the ranks. 'Cause I keep expecting them to be farther over.
Need something?
I have been noticing that you are going out of your way to be helping me. Even more than the others. Why is this?
You're a foreign queen. Neglecting you would reflect poorly on His Majesty.
You do not need to be worrying. I possess skill at adapting. Before, I was thinking Fargus was too cold. But now, I have become adapted to it.
Good.
But I am experiencing a problem. I still have struggles with the language of Fodlan. Perhaps you can be teaching me?
Me? Teach you the language?
Yes. I know the tongue of Dusker also has many differences from Fodlan's. But you speak as if this is your land of home.
You give me too much credit.
I am spending my days with native speakers just like you. And I am always studying with hardness.
Oh, baby.
But you are still surpassing me
Five
in
says,
this
"Oh
language.
boy, I can't wait to do absolutely
this way?
nothing with the support scene for my
His
own
Majesty
sanity."
taught me. He felt it unproductive to communicate in broken sentences, so we spent years teaching each other.
An exchange of languages. That idea is a wonderful one. If Dimitri found success teaching you, maybe you can be doing the same for me. Do we have agreement?
Why me?
What are you Googling?
You said that Dimitri is not wanting me to be neglected. Not being able to convey my feelings is giving me great sadness.
Oh.
It is making me feel
I
frustration.
was curious if there was
and
a
loneliness.
English to Starfire translator,
Ah,
but there does
When
not
I
appear
was
to
first
be.
in Fodlan, I could not be saying anything in this language. Whenever Edelgard was speaking to me, I could only be staring back at her with big, confused eyes. Then I decided to be studying on my own. But the nobles were laughing and saying my words were ugly.
Oh.
it was the same for me, but His Majesty was always close. If ever I struggled with a word, he would teach
Dimitri
me.
actually managed to teach someone how to fluently speak in the
But I was
garbled
a
mess of a
hostage.
language known as English.
I was
That's
without
honestly
such a teacher.
impressive.
Until today, now I am having you.
Oh, we don't know that it's English. It
I
might just be
suppose you do.
Fodlish. It's just that the TARDIS's translation matrix is fixing the problem for us. Okay, so we got through House Leader, and we got through all of the recruits from Edelgard's class. Huh? We haven't gotten anybody from Claude's group yet, right?
I don't think so.
No. They all kind of come together, if I remember right.
Did we have any for Roderick?
Rodrigue is with the Blue Lions. I was just checking to see if we'd like covered all of our bases on the non-class sides of us.
Okay.
So what that means is we've still got like Dedue. We've still got Dedue and Ash. We've still got.
And to do in Catherine.
We don't have
Legacy as
Catherine
well.
yet.
Oh right.
She's
hanging
around,
camp,
but she's not
a
a unit. Yeah. We've got Felix and Sylvain, and Felix and Mercy, and Felix and Ingrid, and Felix and Rodrigue. So I think we do the Blue Lions. We start on the Blue Lions cast, see like supports next time. Plus, probably finishing up whoever we end up recruiting. Because it's inevitably we're gonna recruit somebody. Catherine is currently just standing around talking about how much cooler Shamir is than her. That's true. Yes. And her voice actress is also in Engage. In a completely different voice. Like, entirely different. Like, if you didn't look it up and know that Laura Post happens to have a really wide vocal range, you would never guess. But... oh god. Oh no. I'm gonna have the reverse problem now. I keep tapping B to try to dash and engage, and now I'm gonna keep tapping R to try to dash here. And all that's gonna do is pull open this stupid fast travel menu.
I've been trying to press B to dash and engage all day.
It's a problem. Okay, I was right. We were just waiting on that. That's what I thought. Jez has now successfully managed to stand up again. Good for her. Nobles would always point and laugh at my broken words. Same's true for me, though His Majesty was always nearby, so they didn't live for long.
You know, I found a really interesting article on how to do Starfire speak, though.
Wow, my brain! I definitely for a second thought that Shore Master said Choir Master. I was like, when did choir practice get into Three Hopes? What?
Care to make yourself useful?
Alright, let's do some fucking stable work or whatever.
Counting on you both. Let's do this together.
I sure hope it's something I can actually do.
I like that that was Care for Horses, and like Shez and, you know, Happy were at least interacting with a horse. While, you know, Ingrid was just sweeping the dirt.
Yep.
With a broom.
We all must do
Why
our
is
fair
it that
share.
every
Care to
time
make
there's
yourself
one of these
useful?
chores, somebody is just being completely non-helpful? Like, it's just not possible for people to be consistently useful. Dorothea started choir practice up again to lift everyone's spirits, don't
Counting on
worry.
you both.
Come on, we'll do it together.
You know, like,
If I can
Chez
be
is
of any assistance,
doing
please let me
something
know.
over there, Flane is reading a
book,
book,
and
Ash is just kind of
inspecting the
looking at the...
floor.
He's like looking at a
There's
box.
always one person that's not
We all must do
actually
our
doing
fair share.
anything
Care to
productive
make
in
yourself
each
useful?
of these.
Incredible. He's just looking at a box. Elaine, you go with Gatekeeper.
Alright, who's gonna be doing something irrelevant? Oh look, Gatekeeper's
It's
staring at the
Counting
floor
on you
now.
That's
All right,
certainly a
let's
floor
give it
that
our
we've
best.
got there.
Reporting for duty.
These are still two-person jobs, but Jess drags the third person along just because. I mean,
We
it
all must
certainly
do our
seems to
fair
be
share
the
make
case.
yourself useful.
Counting on you both.
Jess is just picking up the same
I will
sword.
see it done speedily.
Oh
We
sure,
almost do our
there's
fair
like
share.
1/8 of an inch and you bring the plows out. But when there's a foot and a half, you're like, nah man, we good. We'll just let the plows not do anything for a day. The fuck? The city is broken, I swear.
Care to make yourself useful?
You don't say.
You complain to my connections on the council. Like I legitimately do know somebody on the city council. Worked with them for like several years.
Counting on you both.
Okay, so Shaz is
we've got this.
holding some books.
And
Annie
you
is
need
dusting
me for this? Are you sure?
the air, apparently. And Bernie was just kind of standing around.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Certainly didn't appear that anyone was organizing documents. That seems to not be the case.
Counting on
Okay,
you
I think
both.
everyone might be doing things here.
We can do it together.
Like, Mercy's dealing with customers, Shez is
Let's get it
managing
done.
inventory, and Dorothea is, like, grabbing product. That... Everyone might be doing things when you run a store.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Shez is arranging the books now since someone can't be fucked to actually join her group because he's too busy, apparently. Yeah, heckin' cereal.
We all must do our fair share.
Alright, food time.
Hunger
Have
is
you
the true
failed
enemy.
the cooking yet?
No?
You can fail the cooking.
You can fail cooking?
Not in this, but in Engage, yes, you can fail cooking.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a fucking problem.
Why?
So you know how when you do the cooking it says that you're gonna get the following stat buffs?
Uh-huh.
Well, you still get those if you fail. But everything else goes down by 1.
You're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious.
I've gotten S's on cooking.
Yeah. There's actually an achieve for getting an F in cooking. It's
There
great.
really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's pretty great. Can't remember who the failure was that screwed me over, but somebody. Anyway, cooking. We need weapon durability is good. More awakening gauge is good. Yeah, we got tons of that stuff. Who needs just Flame is already at full motivation. Take Annie and Mercy, just in case one of us needs to like actually control them for any reason. It genuinely sounds awful. Yeah, it is. The first time I had, well, the only time I had it happen, like the stat buffs popped up on screen. I'm like, what do you mean all these -1s? What do you mean F? How do you fail? What?
Solid.
What do you mean you built a random debuff mechanic into
My,
this
this is
like
heavenly.
thing that is costing me resources to do? That's just rude.
Knock down some seconds, no problem. Maybe even thirds.
The worst part is it was a dish that whoever was making it was supposedly skilled at making. I'm like, how did you, why? How though?
Come back whenever
How
you're
did you
hungry.
fuck up this badly?
Hunger is the true enemy.
Okay, pickled seafood and vegetables. We will take, yeah, Petra and Happy, why not? Come on, you two. Here, this soup will increase your weapon durability. Literally how? Pours the soup onto his sword. See? Good as new.
Solid.
If your soup is solid, you're doing it wrong. Not Byla, Shez.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
What, for me? Great.
The secret
this
is the fish oil.
The delicious fishy oil.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Weapon durability. No, hey, better weapon durability loss. Sure. Dorothea and Bernie. Just because Dorothea knows what food she likes in this game. It's great. I do just like them awkwardly standing there watching you cook.
Instead of, you know,
Hey,
helping.
this is great.
Although,
Anyone
too
would
many
love
cooks
this
in the
stuff.
kitchen. I know neither one of us likes people hovering while we cook.
This is definitely one of the foods I love.
I don't have anyone to hover, so it's not really a problem.
Oh, this is the best! Let's eat!
No, except for when you come over to do omelets on special occasions and Dad and Mom all both try to hover.
I mean,
Come back whenever
they
you're
can't
hungry.
really do anything to help. Like, it doesn't really bug me that they're there. It's just they can't really do anything. Like, it's a one-person operation. Like, you're not gonna accomplish anything.
Training can be the difference between victory
Player
and defeat.
class. Oh, that's right. I finished Paladin on Flame. Now we can have her learn Falcon Knight.
A new me.
How momentous. No, you're not gonna be a Falcon Knight. Whoops. And she can also learn Dark Knigget.
Oh, how joyous!
You don't get to transition into either, and you also get Holy Knigget, which is like probably actually Flame's best class, all things considered, because it's the one place she can get access, get real use out of her Essence of Light skill.
C-Bio says, unfortunately, Shez and the others haven't learned yet that it's a really bad idea to actually let Flame help in the cafeteria. Their weapons are better for it, but Mercy has so much extra work to do.
I never pictured this for myself.
Training! Remove everybody. Let's figure this shit out. Ooh, somebody was still working with Gatekeeper because of reasons, weren't they? No, I guess they finished at some point. Whatever. Felix and Ash, sure, why not? Sylvain and Mercy. Ingrid and Bernie. Dorothea and Petra. Happy. Wait, was it Sedith who was working with somebody? No, I guess not. Unless it was Sedith who was working with Gatekeeper, which is Lane. Stop trying to train in Swordmaster. Go train in
Mortal Savant.
You can put her in Mortal Savant if you wanted to train in Mortal Savant. I've got a plus 100 Levin sword. And go.
I've grasped new strength.
Ingrid has mastered Cleric, apparently. Bishop. Even better. I go work on warlocks just so I don't have to back out. Oh, the gatekeeper has mastered whatever gatekeeper was working on.
is now being mine.
I have yet more power to unleash. I didn't know I could do that.
Ah, thief, apparently. Yes. Go work on mercenary next. What a favor. Pretty sure it was set up before since the gatekeeper had practically no bond built up yet. Sounds probably accurate. And Felix just barely managed to master whatever he was working on. Holy Knight,
to
maybe?
give this a try sometime.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
I've grasped new strength.
Oh, hey, Ingrid got Fimbulvetter.
Oh, look at that.
This better not be one of those weird powers.
I have yet more power to unleash.
Aha!
I didn't know I could do that.
I didn't know I could steal things. Gatekeeper, who is such a good boy that the concept of thievery has literally never entered his head before. Yeah, true story. Oh, okay, it was just Paladin. That. Yay.
Time to work you
Excuse
into
me,
shape.
sir. I need to acquire some classes. Like Dark Knight.
I could make this work.
Look at Edgelord Felix over here. Oh god, I forgot that that video's not out yet. I almost just spoiled something for next week.
Oh, from the Fire Emblem Oops All Mercs edition?
Yeah.
I'll reach for new heights.
I started watching the first episode of it and then got frustrated that there weren't any spellcasters and left.
Well, I think there's going to be eventually, because the mod maker seems to have invented some new classes along the way, and you can buy spell tomes, so I assume that we're either eventually getting somebody who can do swords and spells, or we can promote somebody into the ability to use swords and also spells. I know hero, like the hero class is in the game somewhere, so...
I believe in my own
I'm sure
potential.
Felix would be on Horse Edelgard if it wasn't for the fact that Dimitri likes horses. Sorry, Horse Edgelord.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm not. It's been a long 2 days. I was confused as to why that. I mean, to be fair, lots of similar letters between Edelgard and Edgelord.
Well, this is new.
But therefore, Felix wants nothing to do with them. Are you sure you're feeling okay?
Can't
No.
wait to see how you do.
My everything hurts.
Oh, that's your fault for not just paying the movers to do that shit later.
Like you didn't
carry
bring
a
over
little
a
and
bunch
hope
of
to
your
see you
stuff
again
on your
soon.
own.
But yeah, but I didn't
Greetings.
injure myself doing it.
Well, hello there.
Yeah, I mean, I did put about
Nothing but
50
the best for
pounds
you.
of D&D and Pathfinder books in one box and then carry it up an
back
entire
soon.
flight of stairs. And the stairs in my
Carry a
house
little
are
of
not
everything here.
They're
a
also
gentle slope.
they're also very steep.
Yeah.
Like, in addition to being an actual health hazard to tall people, they're also extremely steep. So they're a real health hazard to anyone with bad knees.
And or carrying large boxes.
I have no idea how those movers are gonna get that desk up there. Like, they literally might not be able to. There might not be enough clearance.
Well, we'll find out. I wasn't planning on getting rid of my current desk anyway. I was just gonna put it down in the basement to act as like a resin crafting station. Bio, are you no? Thanks for asking.
Which map is this?
I'm
sure we'll figure out when the Liberation of Ferdy. Oh, right, this one. This is where we would normally get Aradbar, I believe.
Oh, this is the map we typically get Aardvark on?
I think so.
Oh, that's right. We did have Dimitri and Dedue and Roderick fuck off for a while.
Yeah. Miracle Bean. Yes, Miracle Bean. Senzu Bean!
Oh, you're back. How's it looking over in Ferdiad?
The reports are true. There's some odd-looking weaponry mounted throughout the city. As far as I can tell, though, the townspeople themselves remain unharmed. I'm pleased to say Lord Roderick
Dimitri
and
gets
Sir
his
Gustav
lance at
have
not
been
basic.
confirmed
Not
safe
basic. It was
as
the end of
well.
the game. What a world. I know, right?
That's great. Where are they now?
But you know when Edelgard gets hers?
After working to free Duke
Literally in
Ivar,
an optional
they escaped
bonus
the castle
chapter.
alongside some of the captured knights.
I mean, she gets a different one before
Armed with
that,
what
but like
scant
not her
weaponry
proper
they
one.
could find. They brought the fight down to the city itself.
My old man never ceases to amaze. Shouldn't even be a surprise at this point.
I should add, the Western Lord's armies aren't the only forces
Wait, don't you get it
occupying
for
the
clearing
capital.
Edelgard's entire
There is
route?
another.
Uh-huh.
One we can't identify. at
Yeah,
present.
and moreover,
I
clearing her
doubt
entire
even the
route
great Lord
if
Roderick
you
and Sir
successfully
Gustav
recruit
will be
Violet.
able to hold out much longer.
Sounds like they're in a
What
bad
weapons
spot.
did they gate lock
We should
on the
focus
other
on
routes?
keeping
They
them safe,
gate locked Mercedes's on
Don't be too
Claude.
Yeah,
hasty.
but that was only.
Why
that
do you
was
think the
gate,
two of them
that
are
was locked
causing
to
this
chapter
uproar in the first
14,
place?
Wasn't it? That wasn't locked to the end.
To
of the
create a
route.
diversion.
Yes, it
I
was.
know. But I don't think that means we should just abandon them either.
I agree, Felix. I won't leave my father to die. Besides, I don't think His Majesty would want us saving him
Blood Gang was
if it meant
locked as well.
sacrificing two of his most loyal retainers.
Fine.
Did I say
We'll help
Mercy's?
them if we
Yes.
Mercy's was
That
chapter.
better?
I was referring to
that's
to
it.
Marianne's.
You
Sorry.
won't be able
Mercy's
to
was
save the
chapter
king while the
14.
townspeople are still in danger.
This sounds pretty
16
straightforward
rather,
then.
sorry.
Yeah,
Then move on the
Marianne's was
castle
end
and
of
mop
route.
up in town as we go.
Annie and I know these streets better than the back of
I
our
won't
hands.
leave my father
We
to
can
die.
guide you.
Dedue must be somewhere in the castle too. We have to rescue him before it's too late.
Our plan's settled then. Everyone, move out!
Violet might not have been here to break Annie's head, but something sure as fuck did. Violet wasn't here to show her the true, like, awfulness of her dad, so she's got Stockholm Syndrome or something, I guess. Oh, hey, no recruit. Okay. No, this is just the one where you just turn on everything.
Yep. And then it blinks angrily at
And
you.
it's like, blink, 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 blink. You're like, calm down, dude. It's not a big deal.
Press the button that lets me play.
Yes,
Thank you.
I am on Shazez, which is good. You're on not the correct unit.
I can fight Might as well.
Looks like Flame's in a sword class at the moment.
Yeah, Armor Knight, actually. There you go. Aura and Abraxas, have fun.
I can make it work. Abraxas needs to be leveled at some point.
Oh, not Faith. Hold on. Where's...
Reason's already equipped.
Oh, is
It's
it?
at the bottom. Apex Tome should still be on there, though. No boost to criticals is good. Gotta be something with Dex plus 2.
Nice. Heavy hitter. Which gets you the stun gauge on strong attacks.
Bad idea.
What else is on here? Probably not provoke. I mean, Mage's Wisdom, if you are setting up your sky lasers to be light elemental, that gets you the triple tornado of sky lasers, but even stronger. That's not like a bad option.
No, Mage's Wisdom's actually a really good option. What don't we need?
I mean, straight stat buffs are really not that useful.
No.
Oops.
What does aggression do? I can.
Increase warrior fill gauge when attacking stuff with status effects.
Yeah, that's kind of helpful.
Yeah. I mean, like, the rest of the stuff on here is actually, like, pretty good. Except for, you know, straight stat points. Like, that's
I mean, we can throw the
probably
Mag plus 5 out. I mean...
That's probably the weakest part of the kit at the moment, right? And Mage's Wisdom does give you more damage when you feel like using it.
Yeah.
So that's set. Is Flame, or is Annie out here at all? Is not.
No.
Annie! Annie?
I won't let you down. I'll
See?
do my best.
Ash out here? No, Ash is not here. There's a chest, so we do need him. As I recall, there's also like a locked gate or a door. Like one of these doors up here is also locked, I think. Unless I'm thinking that... No, that might have been Aryan Road.
Oh, Aryan Road.
Anyway, Ash, you're coming.
Have to do my best.
Do we have anybody who happens to be in... Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, Sylvain and Ingrid are fine. Proceeds to not even volunteer to be part of the battle formation. Yeah, I know, right?
I apologize in advance for how much of a mess I'm going to be trying to navigate this map.
Oh god, me too.
Come on,
There's a, like, it's a very convoluted map.
I'll give it 1,000%. We can do it together. Shall we? I'm here to help, if you don't mind.
Okie dokie.
You are full king, and whoever
This
else we
way.
find along the way.
The streets are flooded with enemy soldiers. With one wrong step, and we'll end up hurting the civilians instead. Be careful, everyone.
We'll start by carving a path to the castle town. On me!
Okay, kill those dudes. Understood.
We have no time to waste. Quickly, we must keep pressing on.
Respawn, I have to kill this guy behind me after I'd already cleared that patch. They did! Those bastards!
It sure looks like it.
Now comes the fun part of trying to figure out how to actually get to where they spawn. It's over here. Got it. There we go. Now he's dead.
We're almost there. Keep going.
Broken through our front lines. Move to counterattack.
Not the smartest move opening the gate for us. Let's crush them here and push on into town.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb of you to just open the gates for the, you know, opposing forces, right? Like, maybe don't be. Oh, the Viscum. That is not a true
Those must be the
Viscum.
weapons we heard about. They look like some kind of fire orb.
Who do you think you face?
Rodrigue is struggling. We have to help.
Where is? Oh, he's over right here. You got
We
it.
need to do something
I'll
about
be
that
fine.
weapon. But I doubt attacking it head on will do
I'll be
us
there
any
in a
good.
minute.
There must be controls we could use to shut it down. I could swear I've seen such
Oh,
a
I'm
thing
not going to be able to
somewhere
see the
around here.
switches at this distance on a mini map that small.
I'm humbled you went out of your way to...
Hold on. Wait a second.
I'll do my best. Let's move.
Ashamed to admit my own weakness.
Sure, think it turned around, you dummy.
I must return to the castle.
You're surrounded. We have to help him.
And we'd better be quick about it by the looks of things.
Level up for mercy.
It's just a...
You should have hurried straight to His Majesty, Phoenix. And here you are.
Turn off the Viscam.
We're getting overwhelmed. We weren't about to just watch you die.
Might as well deal with the other one too. I wonder if those are the controls.
Okay, so that one's south of you.
Okay. As soon as I figure out how to go south, I'll go deal with it.
The attacks have come to a stop. They should be safe now.
Okay. Oh good, I found a way to go south.
I found the dude. And aided him. Evidently.
You needn't worry about me. You must rescue His Majesty at
Okay.
once.
Glad you're okay, Rodrigue.
That was the dude.
No, he was on, Rodrigue was on my screen again. And then I immediately abandoned him to things with noticeable health bars because there are other things to do right now.
Grave ready and waiting.
Okay, this should be the other place it wanted us to do a thing with.
His Majesty is in the castle. We must press on.
Advance deeper into the castle. Yeah, working on it. Oh, level
I
60.
feel my strength building.
Enemy down. We can always count on you. Their assault has ceased. That should give us an easier time moving around now. Right there.
Please be safe, Your Majesty.
Which direction are you heading once you get in there? Left or right? Alright, I'll go right.
Father, stay strong. We're coming. This is our chance.
I seem to remember right being a dead end, but...
Well, they're still flashing things up this way. It is a dead end, but might as well kill the guys that are that way. And this way I didn't mess up your combo.
How did you? You saved my life.
This isn't a game where I need to worry about actually maintaining my combo long term.
But there is
Like,
no time
getting
to
back to the point where I have my
must make to
super
rescue the
range
king
is
at
like
once.
3 hits.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll make it in time.
Not much further.
I'm actually really looking forward to the cutscene that we're about to
We must
hit, because I absolutely skipped it the last time and felt like I missed a shit ton. Ooh, things to kill.
Makes me sick seeing
Where is that
fool at the
relative
enemy.
to me?
Roll wrested out of their cold, lifeless fingers.
No?
You didn't have a chance.
Recovered aardvark.
Yeah, it is just chained to a stone slab, yes.
Let's bring it
Oh,
back
hey,
where it
Gustav.
belongs.
Indeed, to His Majesty.
Did we both just do the thing?
What thing?
Dodging to move to start our run?
Yeah, it's faster.
Dimitri, you okay?
My friends, why have you come?
As if we would just leave you here to die. Time to get you out.
I'm
What
afraid
are those
that I
odd,
must stay.
those orbs Flame makes supposed
You
to do?
saw what's
Because it
happening
sort of
up
seems
there.
like they're things she makes just
Should I try
because
to
she
leave?
thinks they look
My
pretty.
people's lives are
Basically,
forfeit.
yes.
So
So
basically,
they bind the boar
I
not
can
with
hit
chains, but with his utterly unreasonable
ZR
sense of duty.
to shoot
They're gonna kill
beams
you
of
in
light
here,
out
Dimitri.
from Flane to
So
the
be it, then.
orbs of light that then explode and deal light
If my
damage to the
death will
things
keep
around
my
them.
people
They
safe,
basically don't really
I
do
won't
it.
allow
But it doesn't really do much, and it's really unpredictable trying to
Dudu.
get them to do the things
Look
you
at the
want them
dude
to
carrying Aardvark.
do. He'd literally be screaming
Take
in
it.
pain.
Your Majesty.
I mean, he seems fine to me. Technically, you can carry, you just can't wield it.
Whether it's duty towards the living, or the guilt for all those we have lost, such burdens are not yours to bear by yourself. We are here to fight by your side, Your
Dimitri,
Majesty.
you okay?
And
My
so we
friend,
shall.
and Felix.
Now
My
and
friend.
always.
And Felix, yep.
What are you doing here?
Find them!
This way.
Look at this man.
Typical boar. Can't help himself. Do try to keep up.
Back at ya.
At least they had the good sense not to show Felix using Dimitri's shield.
On me. Any
Here's
who
the exit
stand in
this
our
way.
way will taste the pointed end of my lance.
Sneaking out of our room, are we? You know what this means.
Yeah, it means we're gonna murder the absolute dog shit out of you, Cornelia.
Cannot allow even a single civilian.
I'm gonna wait till I've got a few more flames glowy orbs, and then I'm gonna
We're
actually.
gonna do anything else.
They do.
Defeat the mysterious soldier and enemies too. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it does. Mostly
All
pointless.
these ranged attacks are really cramping my style. We should find the controls and put an end to them once and for all.
That drawbridge would serve to be our quickest route forward. But the controls have been tampered with.
No surprise there. I'd be more shocked if they'd left them intact.
I've awaited
My
this moment.
accomplishments won't mean a thing if I'm not still standing when the battle's over.
You're an indispensable piece of our lives.
Engineers, repair the controls and lower the drawbridge. Then do what you must to keep it safe. I'm counting on you.
Come on, drop the bridge. Thank you.
I see you came prepared, Felix.
My turn!
Now that I took that. Oh, come off it, you whiny bastard. They're killing me, help! Yeah, whatever. Dimitri, your citizens are a bunch of whiny plebs.
Gee, imagine that. People don't like being murdered. Why can't I do anything?
Where are the knights when you need them?
Seriously, why can't I do anything?
I think you died.
I wasn't getting health or HP lows. The notifications.
Out of the way!
Controller's still on, right?
Controller's still on. Oh, was my health low? Can you go back and replay? I don't think it was, and my controller's still shaking like I'm being hit. And I'm still being attacked like I'm there.
Please spare me!
None of this would be happening if your dear king had just been a good little boy and done as he was told.
It's still letting me rotate the camera. I was trying to warrior special.
Okay. Tell you what, let me find a group of enemies here, and I'll drop mine, and maybe it'll knock you out of whatever's going on.
You got my back? As long as we're together.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
I pray we've not arrived too late. Come, let us show them the might of House Gautier.
That banner. It must be the
Well,
Margaret.
this is weird.
Finally, some welcome news amidst this chaos.
Sorry I'm not being more helpful. Can't wait to see how Bio memes this.
More out there who need our help. Come on, let's go.
Your health was totally full. Flame just straight up blue screened out of nowhere and ceased to function after one NPC dialogue is cut in. What I thought.
Willow, can you figure out where this other soldier is that I need to go kill?
Maybe over by... Oh, upper right-hand corner. Oh no, that's a lever you need to do something with.
This is our chance.
I honestly can't tell.
This way. Oh, that's a blockade I always forget about.
Possible thing you need to deal with is right on top of me. Well, at least now I'm no longer being attacked as I stand in the middle of a field doing nothing. Like, I can make the camera, I can make Flame change directions that she's facing, and that's it.
I honestly don't know where this thing I'm supposed to be doing is. Is it there? think so.
That's the other thing about Arden
there.
Road.
I found it.
Don't worry, guys. Flame's distracting all the mages over us. At least I'm no longer being attacked, said Willow. She was literally being bombarded with orbital death lasers. Well, look, I can't do anything about I mean, I couldn't do anything about the people attacking me here. But, you know.
This is our chance.
Oh no, I have friends again.
I feel like I can do anything with you by my side.
I feel like that was not the answer after all. Yeah, Ash can deal with it. I can't do anything about it.
You think it just wants you to take that final keep?
No, I've got to kill these guys before they get rid of the citizen. That is literally the like goal. Just can't figure out how to get to them. Can't turn off that Visco.
I think that did it.
Wait, what? Can't I switch? Can't switch to Mercy.
Because she's not actually a party member. She wasn't one of the 4 that... because Dimitri got added late. She was just on one of the support things. You can't swap the supports, unfortunately.
Well, you also can't... The thing is, you also can't, You can't do the pair-up mechanic with supports either, so that's clearly not what the problem is here. Because otherwise I couldn't even be paired up with them. Did I just do a big circle? Good. There. Alright. Oh, where's the retry from checkpoint? What if the only way to trigger that is to just wait until the, like, dude dies? That would be the best solution, if you just restart from the checkpoint and then you'd be unbroken.
Presumably. There you go. Now you can make that turn mode.
Never have hoped to accomplish it alone.
Can't do anything
for this. Let's have a little fun, shall we?
super exciting content on lower screen.
Howdy, Flame, still rebooting?
Yep.
It's always such a shame.
That you thought you could back this mess. No, the game handed stuff that you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Is this all you're capable of? Frankly, I'm getting a little bored here.
Talk all you want, witch. It won't spare you your fate.
Clever little insects. Try as you might to stamp them out. They'll always come crawling back.
She's on the verge of exhaustion. Let's finish this.
Oh, I finished it, don't you worry.
Although this map, if anything, just proves that Flame is the ultimate badass. Because she's literally just been standing there being attacked by an entire army of mages and orbital death cannons and has been shrugging it off the whole time.
Do you really think you can afford to kill me?
Well, we didn't do a great job of it
If
last
you do,
time.
the truth about the tragedy of Dusker will evaporate into the shadows forever.
Why would we
I
trust
have no
you anyway?
intention of slaying you. Not yet. But if you have something to say, I suggest you spit it out before I change my mind. Now, Cornelia. Earlier you said my father was betrayed, murdered by lords from within Fargus. But it was you who fueled the flame of that betrayal. You saw my uncle and Lord Arundel join hands, and you brought the Western Lords and the Imperial nobles together. All of it was you.
What a fascinating theory.
There are two things I need to know. First, your motivation. Who are you working for, and why? I know what spurred my uncle and the Western Lords to act. While the Empire has long smoldered, waiting for even the slightest spark to reignite their fury. There are 1,000 reasons why one might want to assassinate a king. But what's yours for this attempt on my life? And what of my father? Why murder him in a manner as roundabout as a staged raid?
So I wouldn't get blamed for it? Duh.
All you had to do was fail to end the plague 20 years ago, and the entire royal family would have been consumed by it.
You have a point, but I couldn't say. In a sense, that was another lifetime completely.
One more question, then. My stepmother's body was never recovered from the site of the tragedy. What happened to her? Tell me, Cornelia.
You'll find the answers you seek in the Imperial capital, though you'll have to extract them from your dearest stepsister. She must surely know something, wouldn't you think? After all,
So-
she is your stepmother's actual flesh and blood.
We know that those who slither in the dark, you know,
No,
tend
I've really
to
enjoyed our little chat here.
impersonate,
I have so
you know,
many
other
places to
people.
be.
You know? So
you
and that line there about
be
it was
so
another
sad.
lifetime entirely.
You'll be seeing me
Clearly,
again
the
before
Cornelia
you
that stopped the
even
plague
know
is
it.
not this Cornelia. That Cornelia was
Correct.
killed and replaced with this one. Headcanon. That Cornelia is actually Lady Patricia.
I could see that.
Why did we never
just
find the
isn't
body
my
after the
day.
tragedy of Dusker? Because she became the new Cornelia. She took over for Cornelia at that point.
Although, counterpoint, being Cornelia wouldn't have been more beneficial
Wish this
than
wasn't so much effort.
still being the wife of the... in particular, if you'd successfully gotten your husband killed, being the grieved widow survivor of the tragedy would have given her the throne, essentially.
Yeah, but they don't seem to want to be openly ruling anything. They want to be controlling from the shadows.
Fair, but she just as easily could have done that from just bending his ear. I like the theory, I do.
I think it takes the attention off of her. Though,
That's
at that
true.
point. Like, Lady Patricia was known to the nobles to be, a refugeed imperial noble. Like, so it tells. I don't see.
Let myself stop here.
I don't. There's no other explanation that I think is as interesting to consider. They also imply the same thing with that being a fake Cornelia back in Three Houses as well, with them specifically saying she just suddenly turned into an asshole out of nowhere. Yeah. By the way, I kind of forgot to check. What rank did we end up getting?
Hang on. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, we're past there on it.
I'm sure Bio noticed.
That was level ups. And oh, we actually S-ranked it. Which seems, frankly, unbelievable, given, you know, given Flame.exe just completely crashing.
Oh, look. RoboFlame
My
needed a
apologies.
reboot, that's all.
Cornelia would not have escaped were it not for my carelessness. She's likely fled west in search of refuge with Viscount Mateus. As such, I will march west at once. I will not allow the Western Territories to go unpunished for this.
Stop. Just stop.
Felix?
I've got something to say, Boar. And this time, you're going to listen. Time and time again, we've tried to get it through your thick skull. We might be your subjects, but we're your allies first. Yet you still insist on doing every little thing all by yourself. So what is it? Do you lack the ears to hear with? Or do you hear our words and just choose to ignore them?
Well, yours especially ignore,
Felix,
yes.
that's enough. I know how you feel, but you need to contain yourself.
I can't. 2 whole years I've bitten my tongue. The fool needs to hear this in the plainest terms possible.
It was I who chose war with the Empire. I who murdered my uncle in cold blood. I who oppressed the Western Lords.
I who let Cornelia go twice now.
I failed to save the people of Dusker. Failed to save Glenn. And my father. The lives my actions stole from them are mine to atone for. Which I will do by exacting revenge on all who were involved. And by seeing my people safe. As for that burden, yes, I believe it is mine to bear alone.
You truly are a solid gold fool. One could search the kingdom high and low and not find another as utterly asinine as you.
Oh,
The
that's
rest of you,
just goes
don't
to show
just
how little
stand
anyone
there,
who isn't
speak
Ches
up.
actually matters during these battles. If Flame could literally
I
be
know
sawed
Felix
halfway
has
through
a
the fight.
strange way of showing
Yep.
at times. But this is all because he worries about you, Dimitri.
And it's not just him.
I mean, I
either.
thought we might
We
have
all
gone
do.
over on time just because of how long I spent
Your
trying to
Majesty,
figure out where those
You know my feelings on
stupid
this matter.
jerkbags were.
6 years ago, I too watched as nearly everything I cared about was taken from me. And Felix is no different. He lost his brother that day. This pain is not yours to
I
shoulder
also didn't know
alone.
if the game was counting Flame's damage in the
He's right,
background.
Your Majesty. That is why
I
it
mean,
is
my
so
controller
frustrating
was
to see
shaking
you
the whole
act like
time.
It
this.
was just gonna be like, you took 18,000% damage.
Yeah.
You've always kept everything to yourself, even when you were a little kid. But what you're going through now, it's more than one person could possibly manage on their own.
Please, Your Majesty. We just want to help. You can trust us.
Like I said before, all you need to do is ask, and I'll be at the ready. Besides, we'll all be out of work if you go this alone.
We will assist you in whatever we must. Even vengeance.
Thank you.
This talk is nice and all, but I'm
All
kind
of
of
you.
worried about Flame guidance. She still hasn't moved at all, and Mercy can't figure out why. Should we get Seth?
What's happened to you?
I was too careless. I can hardly remember the last time I was this badly hurt. As for the capital, Viscount Mateus, we failed, and I doubt the king will soon forget our attempt to seize it.
What? But how?
Viscount, your son, the one who married a distant relative of House Gautier. They'll have his head. Same goes for the kin of all the other Western lords.
No.
This king is a fool, to be sure, but he's not foolish enough or kind enough to forgive those who serve his betrayers. I guarantee you that.
He is kind of a vengeance monkey,
His
yes.
army will begin their march to subdue Western Fargus any moment now. If you don't want your territory stolen from you
Hey.
or your life, then your only choice is to rise in
The
revolt.
beach hobo shared photos of
Yes.
when he moved into the murder house.
I understand. We will mobilize at
look.
once.
It's the murder shack again.
It is. And now he has a murder garage.
He does have a murder garage.
Azure Gleam.
Moon.
The blood-stained lance.
Moon.
The Western Lords suffered defeat at the capital. Cornelia, the instigator of the uprising, flees west and commands her allies, Viscounts Mateus and Gideon, to muster their forces. Hoping to settle this matter before re-engaging with the Empire, the Kingdom Army makes for the Mach region in order to defeat Cornelia and learn the truth of the tragedy of Dusker.
Dimitri is
No.
crazy, but I can't imagine
My
he would just
uncle?
go around to people who incidentally happen
I'm
to be
afraid
related to
so.
the actual shitheads and just
Among
kill
the
them all
rebels
to
are
prove a
houses
point.
Mateus and Gideon, and all the other Western lords from whom I've stripped power. They appear to have appointed Baron Dominic as their leader.
I'm so sorry, Annie. What could he be thinking?
House Dominic may be a mere barony at present, but they're a storied family whose lineage traces all the way back to the 10 elites. Centuries ago, when the wise King Klaus passed beyond the Veil of Death, he did so without naming a successor to the crown. And so, the three regions of the Holy Kingdom, Fargus, Mach, and Leicester, were divided among the three royal princes. House Dominic chose to side with the prince ruling Mach, who was eventually defeated by the forces of Fargus, leaving the once vast Dominic territory to be whittled down, meted out to the neighboring lords.
I know they held a grudge about that in the past, but surely it's ancient history at this
Oh,
point.
Annie, do we have to go murder your uncle again?
Tons of people from House Dominic, my father included, have devoted their lives to serving the royal family. It makes me wonder if my uncle's heart is really in this fight.
Well, the last time it wasn't, we
As
murdered
they
him
stand
anyway,
now,
so...
House Dominic lacks the influence and might
And
necessary
all of his
to defy the
soldiers,
surrounding lords.
when it was supposed to be a ruse.
So when pushed to join
But, you
the
know,
uprising,
Byleth
they would have
didn't
had
really
little
do
choice but to
ruses,
go
so...
along.
Yeah, Byleth didn't
But
do
that
ruses
lack
and
of
Byleth
strength
didn't
might
do
just be
subtle.
the key to our
We're
victory.
gonna have to actually kill Annie's uncle this time
How do you
now.
mean, Gustav?
If we could only convince my brother to change sides, the Western territories would lose their leader. And if we were to follow that up with a decisive victory against a demoralized army, it would likely cause their military effort to collapse entirely.
Perhaps. But it'll be difficult to pry the Baron away without first eliminating those surrounding him.
Indeed. If nothing else, we'll need to turn the tide of war in our favor if we ever hope to empower the Baron to defect. For now,
We must consider how best to break through their front.
Oh, baby. Dimitri
This is
over here
no
wanted to
small
break
number
through
of
people's
soldiers
fronts.
you offer. Are you sure Dusker can spare that many?
For good or ill, this is what our chief has decided. Preparations will take some time, but we are sworn to aid you, and we will stake our pride as a people on doing so.
Still, this is a far larger force than we ever asked for.
Please, you strove tirelessly to see our home return to us. The people of Dusker have not forgotten the kindness you showed. And though some may still think ill of you, we only offer as many soldiers as volunteered.
Dusker remains a kingdom territory.
What is
As
that
such,
chest plate?
we
That
can't
is a good
claim our
question.
relationship is one on equal footing. Yet, I want to believe your gracious support here will point the way to a new future for both your home and ours. Give your men my thanks. And once this war reaches its conclusion, I'll be sure to visit Dusker anew.
Understood. I'll be taking my leave now.
You do that, Dusker soldier.
None of this would be happening if not for the unflagging efforts of you and Rodrigue.
No, Your Majesty. Neither I nor Rodrigue could have accomplished this. Your sincerity is what won their trust.
I hope you speak true. Nothing I do will ever bring back their fallen loved ones after all.
Yet you have shown us the truth all the same, allowed us to see a better future. Not only me, but everyone from Dusker.
And still, the whole picture remains elusive. A dark secret continues to linger over the tragedy, shrouded by shadow. Shedding light on it is my... No. It is our duty.
Do we have the War Council back yet?
No. That's not until like, chapter 10? Probably. It's once we get into part 2, I think.
Excuse me.
Pretty tough to get people to band together for a common cause. Each person is their own entity, which means they have differing desires and goals. Unifying all these diverse wants and needs under the banner of a single region feels nigh impossible. How long are we going to fight against that impossibility? I thought the kingdom would have presented a more united front against the Empire. To be honest, I was quite surprised that such a disturbance would happen in the royal capital. It's a good thing the kingdom ended up with Aryan Road, I'll tell you that. If they hadn't, I'm sure the Empire would have marched far into kingdom territory by now. Yeah, just keep sucking Edelgard's dick for some reason. And you're just praising the sun over here. Oh, of course it's Mercy.
Oh, that's right.
Now that I think about it, I haven't been to Western Fargus all that much. I'm originally from the Empire, and I've recently had the opportunity to travel, rarely had the opportunity to travel when I was with the church. I always thought I'd like to go there someday, but I confess this is not quite what I had in mind. No? You were planning to just show up and like murder everybody?
Hear a girl out, will you?
My brother died 6 years ago in the tragedy of Dusker. King Dimitri apologized to me personally for it, but all I want is for him to find out the truth about why my brother had to die. Because he stopped breathing. That's why. I was worried for a while there, but I'm relieved there wasn't much damage to the city. And we were able to rescue Duke Ivan as well. What a load off our shoulders. Ah yes, Duke Yvonne, who we rescued off screen and will never see.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
In the world is Cornelia playing at? We have a lot of reasons why the Western nobles would oppose His Majesty, but her? Nothing comes to mind. Something unsettling about all of this.
I carry a little of everything here.
Excuse me,
You've got an
I
eye
would like
for
to buy
quality,
all
friend.
of those Master Seals, please. Thank you.
Hope to see you again soon.
Zack.
Rumors that Felix and his father weren't on good terms, but that doesn't appear to be the case, does it? A while back, Felix seemed pretty keen on cutting ties with his house, but maybe now that he's succeeded to the head of his family, he understands his father's feelings a little more. And realizes that his brother died like a true knight.
Greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
You know, there are some sacred sites for the Church of Saros in the Western Kingdom. There's the Rhodos Coast and Lake Tutates. I've never been to them.
Sounds
though.
great.
I'd love to go on a little sacred sightseeing tour once all this fighting's died down. Maybe you can come with me, if you're not busy, I mean.
Road trip with Gatekeeper? Yes, please.
You have my gratitude.
Leave thanks are in order. Your aid in Ferdiad was invaluable. We could not have rescued His Majesty alone, not even if we staked our lives on the fight.
Nuh-uh.
I didn't do much. Felix was the one who made the decision to go to the capital. And I thanked him as well, though he rewarded my efforts with no small amount of curtness. He muttered something about it being preferable to having nightmares about abandoning us. I do wonder where he got that sharp tongue of his. Now, let us all work together from here on out, and move quickly to subdue the West. Yeah, fuck the West, I guess.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Thank you for the supplies.
Everything has its use.
Like Uncle Turtle? Yes, like Uncle Turtle. No, I didn't do much. She says there's no need to be modest. I saw the mission results screen. You did all the work.
Yeah.
Flame did some of it early on. Until she blue screened. Especially since we've been rushing around all these places that look practically the same. Not even sure if we're in the kingdom anymore. Well, we're in the kingdom. We're in the western part of the kingdom, but we're in the kingdom.
Nuh-uh.
No, we're definitely in the kingdom. You might want to try and pay more attention to the world of... That's not the snark we were going for there, but... I knew I should have gone outside. I can't take this anymore. It was a very Byleth answer for being as neutral as it was in the prompt.
Right?
I see.
What a great relief to have Dimitri back safe and sound. I have also noticed that something about him has changed. I would not necessarily say that he is cheerful, but something in his countenance appears more at ease. Perhaps his friends encouraged him and that made him feel better. I would like to make more friends myself. Unfortunately, my brother keeps scaring them away. There was this one nice boy back at the academy, glasses, read books, kind of a nerd. My brother tortured him. I'm not sure why.
So Bio says, I see that Bernie's locked herself in a random shed in place of an actual bedroom. Yeah.
Yep. Commotion in the capital subsided for now. Glad we've got some good news for Lady Rhea. Oh, speaking of good news, my former partner is officially signed on to help us. We're gonna meet up with her in Aryan Road. Can't wait to see her again. She's so much more badass than me. And, oh, you two. Oh, and he's praising the sun now. Baron Dominic is in a precarious position. Speaking with my brother will be no simple matter. That's true, even if he wanted to help us. can't risk doing anything reckless so long as the other Western nobles have power. Our only option is to steadily gain control and cut down the West military forces.
Let's give it our all.
I believe in you, Father. I'm certain Uncle Dominic will listen to you if you can make your way to him. Stop believing in your father. He's a nightmare arsonist. You saved His Majesty. As a kingdom citizen, I am most grateful to you. Oh, how silly. I forgot to introduce myself. Viscount Brenius at your service. Wonderful to make your acquaintance. Actually, my younger sister was at the Officers' Academy the same year as you and His Majesty. I suppose that's why I feel a sort of kinship with you. Well, in any case, I'll be praying for your great success. Never mind the fact that I look like the generic sword fighter unit from the very beginning of the game.
Yep.
I am definitely Baron Brenius, or Viscount Brenius, or whatever I said. Ingrid.
Right?
Your deftness with a spear is truly a sight to behold. I imagine your teacher must have had quite considerable skill.
Right.
Yes, I actually learned from my family, those in the castle, and a friend who's passed away. Oh, is that so? How impressive. I would certainly like to be as adept with a spear as you.
What say you?
Well, I could teach you if you like. I'm sure you could master it quickly. I wouldn't go so far as to say it would make Glenn happy, but... at the very least, I would be glad if my skills could be of use to someone else.
Oh, Glenn.
That Dusker General is... surprisingly short, yes. In that she's, like... she's actually shorter than Ingrid.
Yeah?
Like, don't you get picked on for being short? Like, you're from Dusker. You're all supposed to be like massive mountains.
Please, be listening.
Oh.
I am having a hard time staying in the kingdom so long. The cold is wearing me down. How are the people from the kingdom all right? I am wondering if they are having any advice for enduring the cold. I'm sure they've gotten used to it. Otherwise, they never would have settled here.
Interesting.
I was hearing that the kingdom was made when they went against the Empire. I am thinking they did not have a choice. Oh yeah, but they still got used to it, didn't they? Oh, hey, Dimitri. What is it, Dimitri?
No.
Ah, well, in truth, I spent much of last night getting firmly scolded by Felix. Once he got started, he would not stop. We ended up talking through the night, much like the old days. In the end, Dedu came into the tent and began arguing with Felix. Gave you a dressing down, huh? Well, you better leave tonight wide open, because I've got a list of complaints myself.
Greetings.
Pardon? Oh, yes, I understand. I'd best finish my work while the sun is still high in that case. I'm just messing with you, Dimitri. But I guess you'd be the type to take it seriously. In any case, I am truly sorry to have worried you. What a feckless man I am, ever toiling to no avail.
I wonder...
I promise I will walk alongside everyone else moving forward. I will try to find some facts.
How's it going? Perfect.
What a relief my father showed up. Guess he's somewhat reliable after all. He's not the type to suddenly spring into action, but I imagine he couldn't let things stand as they were.
Usually people from the kingdom just pray to the goddess that the cold would go away. I personally think it's more a peace of mind thing, though, since it never really worked for me.
Greetings is a really strange voice line to play more than halfway through a conversation.
Greetings.
There's always some conflict or another going on in Fargus. I'm sure Lester and Adrestia are similar. And the same is true for Dusker. It's not so easy to settle a dispute between those with differing views. The way that voice line for Greetings read sounded a lot like Zhongli to me.
What do you think?
Hello there.
Felix, I wish to speak with you about the part of the Dusker Vanguard that's being sent to House for Eldarius. Do your soldiers have any complaints? I imagine you have thoughts as well. Some might be dissatisfied, but I don't care if they are. I value a warrior's ability to fight. Things like where they're from don't matter to me. And to that end, there are many competent fighters among the Dusker soldiers, and they all have high morale. They make for good training partners, and we can learn a great deal from their techniques.
Hey there.
What, you got a problem? Speak up. Not at all. I was just thinking that His Majesty must find it reassuring to have a confidant like you.
Who sees soldiers as meat shields.
I didn't expect to hear that. Whatever. You're free to say what you want. And settled.
Marvelous.
I'm relieved we have cleared up the matter in the royal capital, and it appears the city sustained much less damage than we feared. 'Tis a pity we could not detain that temptress Cornelia. One day her presence may plunge Farkas into chaos. No, perhaps all of Fodlan even. Also, she is a temptress. I am tempted by her. Don't let Flane hear you. Don't let Flane know I said that. Oh, you're down here.
Oh, it's you. So, you up for a chat?
I thought she might not have been, but it turns out Cornelia was the same lady. As usual, she made a quick escape.
How do you know Cornelia?
What do you mean? How do you know her? Oh,
Yeah.
she's the one who caused me so much pain. But at this point, I don't really care. Dee Dee will take her down. Felix, I came to ask you if the soldiers under the control of your house are racist. That was basically the thing, yes. You've unlocked the Paralog battle, Wildflowers for the Future. So this is the one that I kind of ignored on my one playthrough and then had to do because I couldn't get past the Do and Ingrid's one support unless I did. Question is, you know what, we'll save the Paralog. Quite the temptress, after all. Wow, that's not something I'd have expected to hear from you, Seta. You misunderstand. I was referring to how tempting it is to punch her smug face. Sure you were. Right. I don't believe you! Dimitri, why the hell are you here? Get out.
Press the Willow can play button.
I can do this.
Also, where are you, Mercy? There we go.
Now let's see if it blue screens me again mid-battle. I hope not.
I am fully prepared.
Well, I can move right now.
Shall we? I'm here to help, if you don't mind.
I'll give it 1000%. We can do it together. Prepared to do battle.
Yeah, we can win this.
I face my comrades after this.
Area successfully captured.
I don't think you can get away from my stuff. Oh,
Mind if I do?
I don't remember giving you permission.
Right there!
anything
Level
now.
109 for Annie.
You'll have to take things from here.
The stronghold's ours!
Stay sharp. Keep those eyes and ears open.
Don't let the thief reach Main Street.
It's coming my way. I think. No, it's not. Shit. I'll go head it off.
Let me at him.
This is our chance. Not looking good.
Is that all we've got? It's dead.
Allow me.
Oh yeah, I can switch characters now.
Retreat!
Take a breather.
Going for it!
Oh, you got a messenger up, are you?
I'm unstoppable.
You're incredible. I'm not sure I even need to be here.
Hello there, friend.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back. I can't face my comrades after this.
Messenger's dead.
Sorry, but I gotta fall back.
I'm on it. I cannot lose.
Oh,
Let's keep that momentum rolling.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
Me.
Baron Pryderi.
I'm ignoring him for a minute. There's still other side objectives to do. I think.
Doesn't look like it.
My turn.
As long as we're together.
I'm gonna follow your lead. I've got you now. Luck was on our side today.
I just love that Flame flies. Literally, the Grimoires just fly when they're dashing.
Yep.
I won't let myself stop here.
Oh man, Ches got MVP. Praxis, level 2. Dimitri, why are you here in this battle? You know we need the space for Annie and Mercy. My apologies. I wanted to use my new lance. If there's anything the last mission proved, Mercy, it's that you are 100% correct for thinking that. Actually, Mercy was very helpful. She keeps me from being in BP mode.
She makes Arval shut up.
I have a message, Your Majesty. The Imperial Army has begun an assault on former Arendelle territory.
They've caught on to us.
And? How does Arendelle fare?
The force we sent to bolster their defenses still holds the castle, but they're under considerable pressure. They may not hold out much longer.
That bad, huh? Could they have planted spies in our midst at the fortress?
Even were that the case, this would be an odd turn of events. We left sizable reserves guarding both Aryan Road and Arendelle. Under those circumstances, Felix's unit alone would seem enough to keep the enemy at bay.
But this enemy marches under the flag of the Black Eagles. They appear to be the Emperor's personal battalion.
Edelgard's trying to seize Aryan Road personally?
The Emperor has panache, I'll give her that. It takes some real guts to confront the Kingdom and Alliance simultaneously.
Yes, panache. I wasn't
If
aware
you
she was
ask
a
me,
swashbuckler
it
rogue
feels
in
like quite a
5e.
roll of the dice for us to keep focusing on the West, while the Imperial threat marches towards us unchecked.
Or just a PF2e swashbuckler.
We need to go help Aryan Road. If we don't ride out soon, the fortress could fall.
Now wait just a minute. What becomes of the uprising in the West if we do that? Of course, we can't turn a blind eye to the Empire's attack either. But taking the sword to these insurrectionists must be our top priority.
Indeed. Considering the relative urgencies of both situations, the trouble in the West takes precedence.
I'm not sure it does, dude.
That said, the thought of Aryan Road falling into her hands is a difficult one to stomach.
Tell you what, send me to Aryan Road alone.
We may be few in number,
And
but
let
even a
Flame
small
go
force
deal
can
with
be
the
all the
other
difference
stuff
when
on her own.
defending a
It's
siege.
fine.
And given the debt we owe you, the Archbishop will surely not
Oh
refuse.
boy, is
his
Hubert gonna
favor.
be there? Do we get to punch his face in again?
Sedith. I'll send an envoy to her at once.
Do you guys genuinely not understand how big
Go
of a
to
deal
Lady
it
Red
actually
and
is if
request
they get that
reinforcements from the knights
fortress?
at both Arendelle
I don't
and
think they
Aryan
do.
Road. Tell her, if Arendelle proves too difficult to pacify, her knights should not hesitate to abandon it. If such an eventuality comes, they're to fall back to Aryan Road and hold the fortress with the others. Understood?
Yes, Your Majesty.
We don't have time to be sitting on our hands either. Let's hurry up and end this rebellion.
Right you are. There's not a moment to waste. We'll begin our war council at once.
We begin our war council at once. Will we though? Apparently we're gonna go do something in Gideon territory instead.
Let's earn our keep.
We must
bothering you?
Yes, headache.
Shall we? I'm here to help, if you don't mind.
I'll give it 1,000%.
We can do protect our allies, no matter what.
Don't worry. I know I'll get a chance to turn things around.
Need to break into their allies to protect the cavalry. Understood. The summoner within the time limit to stop it. Okay.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
Right there!
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Looks like that's it for us.
every time I think I'm done with this upper corner, something else spawns.
Protect the peg knight while they recruit the mercenaries.
That's everything for that corner,
Knowing when to
finally.
retreat is a vital strategy.
I'm en route to peg knight.
Looks like we got a live one. Time
Although
to get
you
in
also
there and
are,
fight.
so it might take time to capture that stronghold.
I can't say I like how this is unfolding.
Right there!
We'll give you a hand.
Out of the way! This is just beginning.
Watching you fight on gives me the bravery I need to do the same.
Our time has finally come.
You got my back?
As long as we're together,
Looks like that's it for us.
I'm gonna follow your lead.
not sure how, but it worked.
We held out. I hope my brother will be impressed.
I think the game is just getting back at Flame for not doing anything last mission by giving her a mountain of busy work.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I won't let myself stop here.
So much wood steel. Grave threat.
Beasties.
Well, time to put on Seraphim then, huh?
God, I wish.
Let's earn our keep.
I'll even let you play this time. Not do it all solo. Although we're almost certainly not going to S-rank it.
Shall we? I'm here to help, if you don't mind.
I'll give it 1,000%. I'll back you up.
Oops.
I'll give it 1,000%. We can do it.
Oh my wait.
Just you watch.
Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Beat the Altered Golem and their allies.
Oh good, no tone vulnerability or light vulnerability to break. That's fun.
It's okay, this one doesn't have a sword or dark magic vulnerability either.
It's okay, it's still gonna die. Dead.
Retreat is a vital strategy.
I'm just gonna stand here and kill
long as we're
dumb.
I'm gonna follow your lead. I've got you now. Nope.
This only had 2 health bars, huh? This one had 4.
Out of the way. Luck was on our side today.
See, Flame wasn't here the last time you fought Golurk, so she never got to register these ones. Oh, hey, we got the S.
I won't let myself stop here.
Well, we got 2 Scholars Tomes and 4 Brave Lances. Those Brave Lances are really gonna make a difference, but... When I was, like, paring down stuff the other week, I literally just went through and dumped everything that wasn't at least a Zoltan weapon or one of the magic weapons.
I did something very similar the other day in my game.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Oh man, we get $4,200 for beating this.
Do we?
Yeah. We're gonna make more than that off the bonus objectives. Gain control of all strongholds, you say. Okay.
The fight starts now.
I am not inclined to...
Shall we? I'm here to help, if you don't mind.
I'll give it 1,000%. We can do it! Fight, but I will when I must.
Yeah, we can win this!
Use the strongholds.
Where's the stronghold, Cal? I'm in the stronghold. Oh, there they are. Just took everything a minute to load. Stronghold.exe.
Don't mind if I do.
I can't stop now.
Let us begin our advance.
That was certainly a well-fortified stronghold. This is actually so hard to help me.
I'm here to help, if you don't mind.
You don't believe this location belongs to us now.
Still improving.
I can always count on you.
Level up for Flame.
I feel my strength building.
Mateus General.
Thank you. I'll repay you somehow.
Take it down in one fell swoop.
those attacks actually ended
still
like
alive and
directly in
kicking.
sync. Yep. For 4,200 gold. Oh man, you could buy like a dozen eggs with that much money. Oh, yeah, it's not inaccurate. God.
I won't let myself
Like
stop here.
$7.20 for 18 today. Ugh.
They're supposed to be the inexpensive breakfast option.
Yeah, well. I think there was some kind of like chicken flu, like some kind of like
Actual bird flu.
yeah, that like affected egg production or something. Yeah, you make 4,200 for the thing. It's fine. We'll just make 6,400 from completing it. It was a bird issue or something, yes. I thought so.
We're around about time, aren't we? Maybe just...
Yeah, we got time for clearing that, most likely. Enemy level 129. What level are you? 70 something? Defeat the Dark Mage and other enemies.
The fight starts now.
The goddess. Shall we? I'm here to help. If you don't,
I'll give it 1,000%.
we can do it. We'll watch over us.
I shall do my very best.
Trying to defeat the Assassin Squadron.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
This is our chance.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Level up for Annie. Alright, only 10 more levels to go, Annie.
On to the next one.
I can always count on you.
Out of the way.
Allow me.
Oh. Thanks, London behind me.
I believe this location belongs to us now.
There's an Assassin Squadron here.
I face my comrades after this.
There is a commoner being attacked by an archer, though.
Take a
I
breather.
cannot lose.
I'll have to try even harder to keep up.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
I won't ever forget your kindness.
So I know I talked a lot about it when we were playing Three Houses, but the weapon triangle kind of came back and engaged. Kind of. Not really, though. Like, it exists, but it doesn't really function the way that the weapon triangle used to function.
I kind of like the way it works in Engage, though.
Yeah, it takes some getting used to.
Although, has it led to me being unable to counterattack a few times because I wasn't paying attention?
The game has also, thus far, done a really good job of mixing enemy types to kind of screw you over.
That's true. It has.
Especially on hard mode, but...
Take a breather.
As long as we're together,
I'm gonna follow your lead.
It is
Defeated
over. I
Pittacus.
must tend to the wounded at once.
What? Shez, who would have guessed? Star House is full. Alright. That brings us to time.
Yep.
So, we save here. Next week.
Finally breaking our chain of finishing on the mission.
Yeah. Next week we've got 2 extra quests to do, and then sweep through these to then get access to whatever that is.
Isn't it Arian Road again?
No, because we're dealing with the Western Lords. It's the Dominic territory. They're gonna go beat up Andy's uncle.
You know, Pittacus, protagonist of the Kid Pittacus series.
Yeah, you know him. But that's going to do it for this week. So,
until next time,
we'll
catch you later.